It wasn't until I began de-pedestalizing the hero archetype and re-examining the villain archetype that I began to really hit that next stride, catch my second and third wind in my journey. There's a reason why movies villainize the villain, of course. But when you look at the villain is dedicated. It is devoted. They are focused on the mission at hand. And they will do whatever it takes to get it done. They'll do some crazy ass shit to get it done. Would they not? And that's the type of focus that we need. Not only that, right? Not only that, but you couldn't tell me anything about how much of a hero complex I had when it comes to dealing with people, especially since I tend to attract people who have a good amount of health issues. Dealing with a good amount of health issues, especially since I studied naturopathic or you could say holistic healing and naturopathy, very informally, under Dr. Inky, right? So, and I know, very controversial figure, extremely, I know, but just calm down, okay? I learned a lot from that. So much so that I'm fully confident in being able to treat nearly any disease, from diabetes to cancer to dementia, heart disease, right? I am a firm believer that every disease that the body can develop, it can also cure itself of through use of herbs, proper supplementation, exercise, sunlight, water, sleep, the basics. Usually people get sick because they neglect the basics. So that's a whole other topic, right? I had such a hero complex because I kept coming across these people who are dealing with ailments, and I knew exactly how to help them. And I would overextend and give them so many resources thinking that it'll help, when really it's like, you may be better off just giving them one or two and seeing if they pull the thread a little more. And then that same hero complex came to my relationship with women, where I feel like I can fix them, right? I can fix them. Big Virgo energy. I'm a Virgo. So we're known, I know, it's terrible. It's terrible. We are known for the fixers. We're known for fixing people, right? At least that's what we think we're doing, is fixing people. I can't do it anymore. I won't. It's not that I can't. I have so much energy, so much knowledge, so much ability to help. I can do it more. But I won't do it anymore. I need to be more unapologetic about focusing on myself. Because being so self-sacrificing as a hero archetype would lead you to believe is honorable, right? It's worthy of praise. That's only in movies, yo. That's only in movies. And when I say the villain era, I'm not saying you need to become a piece of shit. That's not what I'm saying. A lot of these villains aren't actually pieces of shit. They just believe very strongly in what they want to achieve, and they're doing whatever it takes to get it. And yes, they do some, like I said, some very crazy things on the way to it. And they just happen to be opposed to the worldview of the hero in whatever storyline. But if we could apply that same ruthlessness, that same regimented devotion, but that same flexibility to deal with anything that comes our way and still press on, we'd be unstoppable. We'd be unstoppable. If we dealt with people in a way where our value is very apparent, right? We look healthy, we feel strong, we dress well, right? We speak, but we speak as if you can't fuck with us. As if it'll be quite the mistake for you to fuck with us. But if you don't, it's all good, right? If you don't, it's all love, it's fine. If we treat intimate connections like, hey, I'm here, and I'm not gonna overperform for you because I'm focused on doing my thing. And if you're coming along, then come through. If not, then I don't know what to tell you. And if you're too disruptive, then it's just gonna be a peace. Peace out. The villain era is going to be the blessing of this stage of my life, and you found this for a reason. If this is your first time seeing me, my name is Simbo Lumen. I make music and I have a brilliant mind. And you found this because we resonate in some way. So trust me, this is a safe space. You can leave your comments below. We can open whatever discussion we, want to talk about. And most likely I will respond if I see it. And I appreciate it, of course. Always appreciate the engagement. It's just turned 12 a.m. right now. And I need to get to sleep. But that's the main thing I wanted to share, is that the villain era, don't sleep on it. The villain is concerned with power. The hero seems to be concerned with praise. The villain accepts that it's not going to be praised, but it doesn't care. It's going for what it's going for. And that's that same fervent self-belief that we need to really achieve. To really achieve what we came here to do. We live in a world full of distractions, right? Full of distractions. Endless. In the age of the internet, it's endless. And it's all access pass, on demand. So we need to be even more ruthless with what we go after. So, if you found this video, this is your sign to lock the fuck in. Decide on what you want to do. What I've done so far is I've identified the 3 pillars, or the 3, we'll say, non-negotiables of my life, which is currently my day job, my training, my music. Those are immovable. Nothing takes precedence over them. Nothing. Now, they have their own little order amongst, these 3, but anything else does not take precedence against them. Unless it's, an extraneous circumstance. Right? A real emergency. Like, then okay, I get it. But for the most part, that is what life is for me. So I say all that to say, There needs to be some form of structure and agreements in your mind that this is my worldview. This is what I'm bringing forth into this realm, this earth realm. And I will stop at nothing to realize this vision and to self-actualize myself into exactly the person that I need to be, in order to not only achieve what we want, but properly handle it. Wisely regulate ourselves. Whatever it takes. And maybe that's part of the reason why I'm so lonely. Not to get too sentimental, right? But I made another video about my fight with loneliness. Villains are usually really lonely. The hero has all type of help, all types of adventures. The villain just has this one path that is usually just going it alone. But I'm not turning back. I've gone way too far.